Welcome back to Wrestling Renaissance. This is a run-in. And my name is TJ Leo.
And my name is Cole 2K.
And we are back again this week. It's been noted to us that it's a little surprising how little we've uploaded recently. There's been a little bit of a gap in our content. Normally I wouldn't say normally, but we had a good track record there of having like 2 to 3 shows a week for a couple of months, I would say. And then we had like 1 upload a week for the last 2 weeks. So we're back this week with a bunch of content.
A lot of content, a lot of news, a lot of wrestling stuff going on.
A lot of wrestling stuff going on. Yeah. So yesterday we did our first episode of Rehire or Retire. So make sure you go check out that. And today we're just doing a standard run-in where we take a look at the latest news that we won't be discussing on a regular Wrestling Renaissance show, like on our prediction show, which we'll be doing tomorrow. So we're going to kind of catch up on things that we haven't talked about. And there's quite a few things. A lot of it, though, is injury bugs. It seems the injury bug has bitten WWE at this point.
Yeah, it's been a rough few months.
Very rough few months. Yeah, 2025, year of the injury, continues. So we have a couple of things to talk about here in terms of injuries and updates. So we'll start with Kevin Owens. So he has given us somewhat of a health update. I think he was on a show. I think he was on maybe Cody Rhodes' show.
Yep, he was on Cody Rhodes' podcast.
Yeah.
Come out this week.
So this is where his injury currently stands as it is. Quote, "It's been such a frustrating process. We're letting my spinal cord heal as much as we can on its own before we go in for surgery, because how extensive the surgery will be depends on how my spinal cord looks when we get in there." Oof, that's rough.
Yeah.
When the surgery will take place, quote, "We're waiting till mid-July to do the surgery. Hopefully it's a normal neck fusion, and it might not be. We don't know." And then finally, how he's feeling. Quote, "In the last week, for some reason, the symptoms all came in one shot. Every symptom you'd expect me to have. The pain in the neck, the stuff going down the arms, the legs not really responding. It's all been happening. So it's pretty fucking brutal. I can't wait for the surgery and then to move forward, whatever that looks like. But it's been very frustrating." End quote. So it sounds like he's maybe in worse condition than, I don't want to say we were led to believe, but when he announced the neck injury and that he was taking time off, it really kind of came out of nowhere.
It did.
They were really heavily pushing him, and he was in the middle of that program with Randy Orton going into Mania.
They were setting up the Mania match with him and Randy.
Yeah. So it's kind of amazing that it was this bad and he was wrestling,
I mean, he said basically the straw that broke the camel's back was a match in January. And I'm looking at his cage match now. His matches he had in January, he only had 2, one against Rey Mysterio on a SmackDown and on the 17th, and one against Jimmy Uso on the 24th.
So must have been on TV.
Yeah, both of them on SmackDown. So something happened with that, and then he had that ladder match with Cody.
Yeah, that Alabama slam into the ladder.
Yeah, that certainly did not help anything at all.
No, I don't think so. No. Yeah, I feel so bad for the guy. He finally gets let loose. To be what he can, like, to be in his prime, and then something like this happens. It just, thanks, Vince, for wasting his talent for so many years. It's great. So we wish Kevin Owens the best. Mid-July is about 4 weeks away. About 3 weeks away at this, as of this recording. So hopefully we'll have an update by the end of July on his condition.
Yep. What it looks like inside his spinal column.
That's just such a brutal wait,
Yep.
Brutal wait. And obviously it's not getting any better. So kind of, but I'm sure he's getting the surgery done by the best doctors in America.
Oh, 1000%.
So I don't know if the guy who did like all of the old neck injuries in WWE is still performing surgeries. Dr. Andrews, I think his name was.
I don't think he does the spinal surgeries.
Oh, he was a neck surgeon.
He's more the orthopedist, joints.
Gotcha. Oh
knees.
yeah, he did like Austin's knees, I think, and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and Ray's knees.
And I think Triple H's quads.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember there was somebody who was a neck person, neck doctor. I just don't remember his name now.
It's the same one.
Maybe I'm.
It might be the same one that did Austin and
Benoit and
Cope.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Cope. The artist formerly known as Edge, formerly known as Adam Copeland.
Yes, exactly. So wishing Kevin Owens the best. Want to see him back. And then we have an update on. I don't have her picture for some weird reason. Did I not get her picture?
As long as it's not the same picture as last night, as yesterday.
No, I meant to get. Oh, maybe that's what happened. Let me see. I could have sworn I got. No, I didn't. That's my fault. So normally I would insert picture of Zoe Stark here, but for some reason I completely forgot to get her a new picture for her. Yeah, I had the old one, and I was like, this picture sucks. I gotta get something better. It was so bad.
And you didn't?
No, I didn't. I was in the middle of prepping the show, and I must have got distracted by something, and just didn't get it.
Or maybe there wasn't one better.
Well, you never know. I was at least going to try and get the one of the injury again, so I could have that.
Oh,
yeah. It's a nasty image. But
yeah,
she posted an update on social media. Quote: "What's up, Stark Marks?" Is that really what she calls her fans?
I have no idea. I'm not one. So
I'm not a Stark Mark.
I don't know.
No. Welcome to another week of Road to Recovery. This week was a lot of fun. We did a road trip to Salt Lake City, got to see the family, had an amazing time, worked on my physical therapy. My goal for this week, and it had to happen this week for me more than anything else, was to hit 90 degrees. So her knee bending 90 degrees. Wait. Bending 90 degrees. Now, if you don't know, if you don't hit 90 degrees after you tear your ACL, MCL, or meniscus like I did, you can't even think about walking, let alone wrestling. So my goal
did twist at 90 degrees, didn't she?
Sure. More than that. That was nasty.
In the wrong way.
That was a 180-degree turn. So my goal is to start walking around 5 weeks. Really wanted to hit 90-degree flexion. This week I wasn't sure about myself. I was maybe hitting 70 while I was in Salt Lake. So there was a lot of frustration there until Wednesday. I go into PT. What's that? Physical therapy.
Yep.
I'm at home. I'm relaxed. I had my physical therapy work on me a bit. I'm assuming she meant I had my physical therapist work on me a bit.
Yeah.
And there you go. I hit 91, which I'm stoked about. Now we continue on to the next hurdle. So it seems like she's doing well. But, that injury can take her out for like a year. So
yeah,
it's going to be a while.
8-9 months.
Yeah, minimum. Depending on how hard she works. I mean, we've seen people come back from injuries pretty quick, but
maybe she'll go get that stem cell therapy too. That'll help.
Yeah, talk to Ray, man.
I'll get it faster. Yep.
Ray reversed the clock with stem cells. Yeah. Like seriously, I couldn't believe when he came back. I was like, "What happened?" He's like a new man. It's crazy. Yeah. So there you go, Zoe. Seek out Rey Mysterio. I'm sure he'll help. All right. Another one hit by the injury bug. I think we did we touch on it at all on one of our shows? I don't think we did. We may have talked about it in the Discord chat. Join the Discord chat, by the way. The Co-op Club Discord community server. Link is in the description.
Well, we might have touched on it briefly with the rehire.
Oh yeah, yeah. So she was in a match on Raw with Kairi Sane. Kairi did like sort of a leg takeover move,
like a drop toe hold or something.
Yeah, some sort of cool looking move. And Liv did a face plant. Looked absolutely normal. Nothing looked wrong about it. But she separated her shoulder.
Catch her fall. I think what it was like the angle at which the elbow hit.
Mm.
It couldn't really give, so it just pop the shoulder out of joint.
You can see her whole arm kind of just do that really quickly. But it doesn't look it looks like any other fall wrestler, any other face bump a wrestler would take. So
Yep.
It was just kind of a freak accident.
Sort of those shit happen kind of things.
Yep. So she's out for approximately 6 months, possibly longer, depending on how well the surgery goes. They have confirmed that it does require surgery. So it wasn't a dislocated shoulder. It was a separated shoulder. So she probably tore something. That sucks.
Yep.
But yeah, we did talk a little bit about it on that Rehire or Retire episode where I was like, it might not be a bad thing for her to have a break. You know, she's been on TV basically every week for a couple of years now.
Yep.
She's always in the mainstream of WWE, and she also got done filming a movie. It's like, okay.
I mean, ever since, the night after WrestleMania was when she hurt Rhea and vaulted herself up into the title picture right then.
Yeah.
She was in it all year. Of course, with the Judgment Day stuff going on, Dom, and all that, and now the tag team titles.
Yeah, her absence is definitely causing some significant creative changes because she was kind of involved with, like you said, a lot of stuff. You know, she was involved. She was a women's tag team champion with Raquel Rodriguez, you know, going into a program with the Bellas. She was also, for some reason, also mixing it up in the meantime with Kairi Sane and Asuka. And just kind of, you know, and then like you said, the stuff with Judgment Day, Roxanne and Finn, and just she was kind of everywhere. So like all of those people are now affected by that because of her absence. So they really have to rewrite a lot of stuff, which we'll talk more about in our predictions for tomorrow because again, her absence directly affected the course of some wrestlers. So
hopefully one of the changes will be that we don't see a Bella's tag team title reign.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I'm kind of curious what they're going to do there, but we'll talk about that more on the prediction show, I think. Okay.
Tune in later this week for that.
Yeah. It's should be going up tomorrow or Friday. But boom. Okay. Other WWE injuries. It's just the truck keeps on rolling. First is Chad Gable. He was written off TV on Raw this week with an undisclosed injury. We're not sure what that injury is or what's going on, but it seems like he was he was taken out by Penta in a backstage segment where he did that arm stretch. What does he call that move? I think he has a name for it.
I can't think of it.
Yeah. So he took him out, and it was designed to write him out. So we're not sure how long he's going to be out. We're not sure what the injury is. I'm sure more information on that will come to light soon.
Yep.
Or maybe it's just something minor, and he needs, you know, a week or two off. Who knows? And we'll kind of have to keep an eye on that. And then someone else who was injured was Dirty Dom, also with an undisclosed injury. He was scheduled to face AJ Styles at Night of Champions, and that match was canceled due to injury on Dom's part. So,
no, I'm not 100% convinced that there's an injury with him. I think it could be given the option, he wasn't comfortable going over there with the whole climate in the area.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me, and I wouldn't blame him or anyone else who said,
"Nope,
you know what, I'm not going."
Hopefully,
not right now.
Hopefully, the company gave everybody an option.
If I remember correctly, I think Triple H was quoted as saying that it is a voluntary thing, and apparently they don't get paid extra for doing the Saudi show.
Really?
Apparently it's not like. Apparently the way that the wrestlers get paid now is not based on where they are on the card per show, as it were. They're like, they have a contract where they get paid basically, and then it's kind of similar to the way it used to be where they get paid for like doing more things, but they don't get paid for like being in the main event anymore or anything like that. It's like they pay them based on their value as a wrestler. I wish I knew more specifics about how that works, because it's like, what's. I mean, most people who wrestle because they want to, not because they have the money. The money's just awesome to have, but that doesn't really preclude someone from just being amazing up until the point where they get a huge contract and then just like phoning it in for the rest of the career. It's like, no, I don't want to do that. Nah, I don't want to do that. I'm getting paid anyway. Who gives a shit? So I don't know. I'm kind of curious what the specifics are about how that works. But I remember that being discussed, and I do remember Triple H saying that there's no like bonus for going to Saudi or anything like that. And apparently, most of the Saudi crowd it doesn't pay for tickets to go.
I did hear that too.
Yeah.
There's a lot
apparently
of,
the King's just like, you have to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of it's royal family and political nonsense.
Their guests.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious what they pay WWE to go though. I've heard 50 million
that's what I heard,
as the name
50.
or as the number. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, just bonkers. But
it is.
All right. Yeah. So we wish if Dirty Dom really is injured, I'm sure we'll hear more about it soon. But yeah, I mean, it's certainly possible that that's the reason. That he's not going. It could be the reason that Chad Gable was written off too. Who knows? Like maybe they just wanted an excuse not to have him at the show in any capacity.
I mean, I'm more concerned about El Grande Americano though.
I knew this was going to come up. Yeah. I mean, why are you worried about him? He'll be fine.
He will be.
Yeah, he's not.
I mean,
he's good.
We haven't seen him since Worlds Collide.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Ever since
where
he lost,
won.
No.
Did he win?
Nope. Vikingo beat him. It was a title match for the AAA title. And
do you think that was how they wrote him out?
No, his story can't be done.
Oh, is he still speed champion? He might be.
I don't know.
I'm gonna check.
Who is?
I mean, I'll check WWE.com, but I can't say that it's a reliable source of information anymore. Yes, it says he's the male speed champion. Yeah.
Sol Ruka is your
and Sol Ruka.
Yep. Yeah. Sol 2 belts.
Sol 2 belts.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So that is weird. WWE's creative is just all over the place, man. All over the place. All right. Moving on from WWE injuries. There's a couple of injuries in other companies. First of all, we've got a newly debuted superstar in TNA, Elijah. He has suffered a torn tricep.
He looks a little more like Elias, though.
He does look a lot like Elias.
Yeah, he does kind of resemble Elias. I wonder what Elias is up to.
What was Elias's brother's name?
Elijah.
No. He had someone else.
If
he was in WWE. Kevin Owens had a feud with him. Like there was Elias, Elijah, and
Ezekiel.
Yeah.
Ezekiel.
That's so funny. Pick a name, my friend. Pick a name. I like him. It's a shame that he got. He suffered this during an NXT match, apparently.
And he did it kind of the same way that Liv got injured.
Did a front bump and
just a freak accident like that.
Well, you know what? It's becoming not a freak accident because that makes 3 people who have suffered an arm or shoulder injury from doing a faceplant. So we got Liv, we've got Elijah, and CM Punk. CM Punk was the same way. He did a face bump and did the standard, landing on your forearms thing, and then pop.
Yep.
Something broke. So maybe they need to reevaluate face bumps. Maybe that's not the proper way to fall.
He came off the top rope and did a double knees to the chest of, I don't know who he was wrestling, but when he broke his landing with his arms, a tear was sustained.
Ouch.
So exactly the same way, breaking his fall with his arms.
Yeah. Don't do that. Just land on your face. It'll be fine.
Yeah, just break your face.
Bubba Ray did it all the time.
Yeah.
So wishing him well. And then finally, Buddy Matthews has been out on an ankle injury since AEW Grand Slam Australia. And he's still not doing well, apparently. I guess he posted an update to, I think it was Instagram, saying that he was expecting to be back by April. And we're getting into July, so must have been a pretty bad injury for him to be out this long.
Freak accident too, just jumping down off the turnbuckles.
Yeah. So the injury bug is out in full force. So wrestlers who are currently healthy, stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. I'm looking at you, Penta.
Braun Breaker.
Be safe. Yeah, be careful, Braun. You put some steam into those spears sometimes.
And that jumping elbow from the apron to the announce table.
Oh, and the reverse or the Frankensteiner as well.
Yeah.
I can see that going wrong real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be careful, guys. We enjoy your entertainment, but.
And don't push down any crew members because they could also get hurt too.
That's on our list to talk about today too.
Oh, I thought it was going to be next, and that was going to be a good segue for it.
No, not quite. That would have been a great segue, though. You're right. No, our next news story is kind of just a reaction to Jey Uso losing the World Heavyweight Championship to Gunther. He lost it on Raw in their third match. Yes.
Their third match together?
Yeah. Because I think they faced a Saturday Night's Main Event and then Mania and then Raw. Right? Oh, no. Yeah. No, that's right.
For the world title. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Saturday Night's Main Event, Mania, Raw.
But they did wrestle for the Intercontinental title a couple times.
Yes. Which Gunther always won.
Yep.
So I know your feelings on Jey in general. So I know that you're not a big fan of him. But what do you think of him losing the title this quickly? I think he was champion for 56 days, if I remember correctly.
50 something, 51, 52, something like that.
Yeah. Was it too soon? Should they have done it on Raw? Should they have waited until Night of Champions?
Doing it on Raw is not a bad thing. You got to have some kind of title changes
every so often.
We don't always have to have year-long reigns, 6 months. Mm-hmm. It doesn't need to constantly be 2-3 weeks, 2 months. They're comparing, John Cena's title reigns. He's got 17 title reigns, right?
Yeah.
And comparing the length of a bunch of his reigns to Jey's, Cena had 5 minutes. He had 1 day. He had 2 weeks. He had 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Like half of his reigns were less than what Jey's was.
True.
True. A bunch of Charlotte's were, Charlotte's 14 or however many she has. A bunch of hers were a lot shorter.
Oh God, yeah. Hers were terrible. Yeah.
So I don't mind that it's short like that. I'm just wondering if they took it off of him and put it on Gunther. So the match that's next month with Gunther and Goldberg is Goldberg going to win it? That's what's more concerning for me.
Yeah, I think it's obvious that they did this to give more prestige to that match.
But if it's Goldberg's retirement match, they don't need a prestige for the title for it.
No, you have to assume that he's losing his retirement match. You would think. unless they're going to pull a swerve on us and it's not his last match, and he's going to be champion until SummerSlam and then lose it to Gunther back again, maybe. I don't know. It does seem strange, though. Like, I'll put it to you this way. If we get to Saturday night's main event and Goldberg loses, I don't feel like there was really any reason to give Gunther the title back yet.
Are we going to be doing a prediction show for Saturday night's main event?
Oh, God.
I know we discussed maybe not doing it. Because if we're not, I'll tell you what I think is going to happen.
I think we'll Jesus. The problem is that weekend has 4 shows.
It does.
So I don't even really want to do 3 again, because that was a lot to do. Like, by Monday, I was burnt the F out of wrestling. You know, I love wrestling, but good God.
And it's not even a holiday. Well, here in the States, it's not even a holiday weekend.
No.
Like Memorial Day weekend was.
That's not up here either. It's crazy. Yeah, we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out, because I man, that's so much wrestling in one weekend. I don't even know what to think about it.
What I think is going to happen, it's not going to be Goldberg's last match, but he's not going to win.
Oh.
Yes.
I mean, it's in Atlanta, though.
Yep. But it's going to involve another person from Atlanta to get involved in it.
Oh.
Yes.
Interesting.
Who he has a history with. Sort of.
Interesting.
Outside of WWE lore.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Braun Breaker. I'm thinking it's going to set up
Spear versus Spear.
A SummerSlam match. Goldberg against Braun Breaker. Braun and Seth are going to cost the match. Maybe Seth will cash in. Braun will spear Goldberg. Take Goldberg out of it.
Interesting.
And that will set up, so Seth can win the title from Gunther, and then
so Goldberg's going to lose both of his last matches.
Lose both of his last matches. Yep.
I'm okay with that. Although my biggest fear of him going into a match is injuring somebody.
Oh, him coming out last week on Raw, he just walked to the ring and he looked gassed by the end.
I know. I'm really, like, if anything happens to Gunther because of this guy, like, can you imagine? Like, just the rage in the IWC. It's gonna be crazy.
It's already bad enough.
All right. Yeah, it's already. Yeah, exactly.
I know we got off topic of the whole Jey thing, but
no, it's okay.
I mean, Jay's gonna be fine.
He's still so over. My God.
He doesn't need a title to be over. I don't know how soon he's going to be, I would assume, going back into a tag team.
Who's the Intercontinental Champion?
That is Becky Lynch.
No. You're funny. Why can't we think of who the Intercontinental Champion is?
Because it's not important. They don't.
That's not good. We know who the U.S. champion is. It's Jacob Fudge.
You just showed him earlier. That's right.
Because he's injured.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to make him forfeit the title.
I
feel like
Jay's. I think he's only defended against Shapes.
Against who?
Shapes.
Sheamus.
No, Shapes. Pentagon.
Who's
Octagon.
Wow. That was.
And with AJ Styles, a flat, because he's a flat earther.
I followed you on that road, but that was a long fucking journey. Wow. Okay. Shapes.
Yeah.
Shapes and flat. All right.
Shapes and flat. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jay is probably more suited for the Intercontinental belt. I think it really suits him. I'd be fine with him being in that hunt, all the time. Although There's somebody else that obviously deserves to win that belt sooner rather than later.
And you just mentioned
Sheamus.
Sheamus. Yes.
Yeah. So we'll see where that goes. But yeah, I'm Jey will be fine. I'm curious what he does moving forward though. I don't really know where he goes from here. Maybe he takes some time off. I mean, probably not because he's probably a merch seller. But
Think you might go to SmackDown?
Why? So he can feud with the Bloodline again?
Him and Jimmy and Jacob try to get that group back, to go against Solo.
And JC.
Jimmy had a little run-in to save Jacob the other night on SmackDown.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Maybe they're starting to ramp up again to a Bloodline thing.
Tama and Tonga might be coming back soon from injury.
I was going to say, where are they at? They got to be coming back soon. But Solo needs somebody. So I don't know if they'll be coming back with Solo, or if Solo's got another Samoan in the wings.
Well, Hikuleo.
Oh yeah,
was on.
See? There's always somebody
on main event the week before last. So he should be coming up at any time.
Oh, there you go.
There's always another one. There's always another one.
There's always a bigger fish.
I mean, they'll eat for generations in that company. Jay's got 2 or 3. Jimmy's got 3 or 4. Jacob's got 7 kids.
The Samoan dynasty it's not going away. It's getting bigger.
Yeah. And there's always Ava.
There is always Ava. We'll see what happens to her. Yep. All right. You mentioned or alluded to this earlier, the Jon Moxley lawsuit. So this is an image of the perpetrator.
The incident.
Yeah, the incident. So I have some information here. Have you looked into this lawsuit deeply? Because holy crap, it's something. It's more than what you think. Yeah, it's a little insane. So what's the man's name? I know his last name's Dispenza. I don't know what his first name is. We'll just Christopher Dispenza. Okay.
Yeah.
So Mr. Dispenza. So this is courtesy of Sports Illustrated. Mr. Dispenza said the injuries occurred on May 10th, 2023. So first off, let's just pause here for a second. It took him 2 years to file this lawsuit. A little weird to wait that long. And he also worked afterwards for a while. So a little strange. So he said the injuries occurred on May 10th, 2023 on Dynamite in Detroit. Moxley faced Omega in a cage match, which ended up spilling to the outside. Moxley went to grab a screwdriver to use on Omega, and in doing so, shoved Dispenza to the ground, which is what you see in the image on our Titantron here.
I think he pulled it I think Moxley pulled it out of Christopher's pocket and then pushed him down because he was
a pretty gentle push from a wrestling standpoint, though,
because he had the screwdriver on him. So so that's why Moxley was interacting with him, was he had the screwdriver. So Moxley took it from him and then shoved him down.
Yeah. So the lawsuit claims Moxley was supposed to only grab the screwdriver, and Dispenza took an unplanned fall as a result of being shoved. His legal team alleges this is an example of civil assault and battery, claiming that in allegedly deviating from the script, Moxley either showed intent to harm Dispenza or, at a minimum, a complete disregard for whether harm was a result. The lawsuit alleges that Moxley, quote, had a history of disciplinary issues before this incident involving other people while under AEW's employ, agency, or contractual relationship. It also says that past disciplinary offenses by Moxley include a documented history of unpredictability as well as a lack of control by AEW, all of which were known and should have been known to the defendant, AEW, at the time of this assault.
Well,
so I don't know about you, but I've never heard of Moxley having disciplinary problems. I've only ever heard that he's like kind of like a locker room leader type guy in the back.
I mean,
maybe not to Undertaker's level or anything like that, but like he's a nice guy.
Backstage, yeah. I mean, I know just watching the matches, he gets
a little crazy.
He gets crazy.
Yeah.
Some things I'm sure are not written. that he does.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, wrestling's all about improvisation, so
yeah,
totally makes sense to me.
but I
He does
mean,
get a little wacky though.
but I mean, what you said, the company of basically letting the
Inmates run the asylum.
inmates run the asylum as of May of 2023. That's certainly a valid point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, basically, what you read, I didn't really sense any lies in anything
Okay.
that you read.
The article goes on forward here. There's some other interesting stuff. So it says multiple high-level AEW sources with knowledge of Moxley's working history with the company and not speaking in an official capacity on AEW's behalf told Sports Illustrated they were unaware of any history of disciplinary issues with Moxley, noting he is respected within the promotion by talent and management. The filing also claims Moxley and AEW are responsible for exhibiting gross negligence, suggesting by going off script and violently shoving the plaintiff, who was only a crew member, to the ground, Moxley demonstrated a substantial lack of concern for whether a severe injury would result to a production crew member at the event.
No
It
lies.
adds, in taking no precautions or preventative measures to protect production staff, AEW's actions likewise show a reckless disregard for the safety of production staff, which goes beyond simple inadvertence.
Might be a little extreme, but there's no lie there.
The complaint also accuses AEW of negligence in hiring and training Moxley. A portion of Count 1 claims AEW has a responsibility to exert reasonable control over its employees, agents, and contracted individuals to ensure the safety of other performers, production crew, and the general audience. That's true. I would say that's definitely true.
Hey, Moxley, you can't be pushing crew members if they don't know it's coming.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that's acceptable. Dispenza's legal representation tells Sports Illustrated that he claims AEW upper management was aware of the incident, but says he never discussed it with them. He alleges to have met with Tony Khan and AEW General Counsel Chris Peck about potential full-time employment opportunities in the months after the incident, but acknowledged there was never a prior conversation about the injuries he says he sustained. So he, if he was injured, he never told anybody, by the sounds of it. His attorney also noted Dispenza said he never filed an official incident report that night because he had another job on tour he had to get back to, but he claimed that he spoke with 3 individuals that evening about getting hurt. Obviously, AEW says he didn't talk to anybody, at least not in an official capacity. His legal team said Dispenza relayed his alleged injuries to ringside physician Michael Sampson, director of performance psychology Chris Manizoni, and a member of the athletic training staff. Dispenza claims Sampson was upset over the situation, saying that all stunts and interactions outside of the ring must be approved by Sampson beforehand. Sampson was near Dispenza when the incident occurred. He said Sampson asked him to go see the training staff. Dispenza's representation told the Sports Illustrated that he was eventually told he would not be treated any longer by the AEW athletic training staff and that the incident was never acknowledged again. It also said Dispenza and Moxley never discussed the incident beyond briefly after the segment. Someone had commented on the fact that apparently that's a normal thing when production staff, commentators, announcers, etc., so on and forth, if they get involved in some way, wrestlers almost always apparently will talk to them after the show's over.
All right.
So after they've gone to the back and be like, "Hey, thanks, man," like do like a quick fist bump, be like, "Yeah, all right, cool." Like it's just like it's almost like a unwritten rule, kind of like the handshake is backstage, where it's like you got to be shaking hands. That's what you do to show respect. So that might be what they're referring to there. Dispenza's team said he is looking to obtain compensation for injuries suffered due to actions of the wrestler and the company he worked for, and the filing says the amount in controversy exceeds $25,000. It claims he incurred damages including but not limited to medical expenses, disability, permanent and serious disfigurement, wage loss, lost earnings capacity, pain and suffering, exemplary damages for mental and emotional anxiety, humiliation and indignity, I can't say this word properly. How do you say that word?
Diminutive?
No, that's not it. I'm going to listen to it on diminution, apparently. Diminution to business reputation and opportunities. Other economic and non-economic damages not yet known, and all other damages available under Michigan law. Obviously, AEW had no comment because it's legal stuff. So I can see some of this stuff, but there's a lot of holes in his in his testimony here, or in the lawsuit. First of all, why did it take you 2 years? There's no reason for you to have waited 2 years. Also, he worked the next day. So where are the quote medical expenses coming from? Disability, permanent and serious disfigurement. I like that one. What?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Wage loss and lost earnings capacity. You apparently continued to work. So I don't know. Pain and suffering. Mental and emotional anxiety, humiliation, and indignity. What? What is that? Where's that come from? Nobody even knew this happened. Yeah. So I don't know. Was he injured from this? Possibly. Why did he wait 2 years? I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me. And he continued to work for them for a while. So
I mean, it didn't say what the injuries were, though, right?
No, it does not disclose what. Oh no, it did. It didn't in this article, but I have read it. He says something about shoulder, neck, and spinal injuries, and I'm like, okay, shoulder I can understand because he lands kind of sideways. Neck I could maybe see from like whiplash, maybe, yeah. But he didn't really have any from what I saw. Like it's not like his head like went boom to the side. He just kind of fell on his shoulder. And then spinal injuries? Come on, dude. You landed sideways on a mat. You fell sideways.
I mean, it's not like that's
guy?
I mean, it's not like that's a gymnastics mat where it's a lot of padding.
No, but it's not concrete or anything like that. And even if it was concrete, how did you sustain a spinal injury from falling on your shoulder? I mean, I don't know.
Look,
I'm not a doctor.
What were we talking about earlier? What happened to Liv Morgan?
How freak accidents happen?
A freak accident.
But here's why I don't believe. Oh yeah, here it is. He claims he suffered severe neck and shoulder injuries, resulting in him requiring cervical fusion surgery, shoulder surgery, and treatment for other unspecified injuries. I don't know, man. I don't know. That seems pretty intense. Cervical fusion surgery. So you're telling me you had no prior injuries? I don't know, man. It just feels like he's just taking him to the bank, especially considering, I mean, I'm Canadian, so I don't know the specifics of how your healthcare system works, but I know that it's expensive as fuck. That's all I really know. If you got cervical spinal fusion surgery, shoulder surgery, and treatment for other unspecified injuries, $25,000 seems very cheap.
Yeah, it is.
So that to me is basically like fishing, where they're like, we know you're not going to take us to court over this. Like they're saying that to AEW is saying that to them. It's like, we know you're not going to go to court. We know that you're doing this because you want a settlement. Because it's like they could go to court and spend tons of money on legal fees, or they could just pay this guy $25,000 and tell him to go away. And you're fired, by the way. Assuming he still works for them.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
I think I saw or heard that it's in arbitration already.
Oh,
but they'll work out some kind of settlement.
Yeah. Crazy. America, the land of suing people. That's just what people do down there.
We are quite the litigious
Yeah.
society here.
Yeah. All right. Couple other things to talk about here. Cedric Alexander has debuted in TNA.
He did.
Didn't see that one coming.
Nope. I figured he would be all elite.
Yeah. Why would... So the question is, was this a AEW said no, they don't want you? Which seems unlikely, because I feel like Lashley and MVP and Shelton would have been pushing.
Yes.
For him to come to AEW. So I feel like this has to have been a Cedric decision.
Yeah. I mean, and Cedric himself said that he wanted to get the band back together.
Yeah. So it's like, what changed? My only guess is that he knows that TNA has such strong ties to WWE at this point that maybe he's like, I'm just going to stick close to, I'm going to stick close to the good company. I'm going to stick close to where my roots are. And maybe I can get back in their good graces by working my ass off in TNA and showing them what I can do. Like, maybe that's the thought process.
Could
there.
be.
Whereas if he goes to TNA, maybe he feels like he's just going to get lost in the shuffle again.
I mean, I know TNA, their work schedule is even lighter than AEW's. Because they only do tapings once every 3 or 4 weeks.
Right.
Yeah. And then I think TNA, you still can do indie dates if you want. He wouldn't necessarily have to, because he collected that WWE check for a while.
Yeah.
For a lot of years.
Yeah.
Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. But it's definitely odd that he didn't end up in AEW. Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see where things go. Now, I don't know whether this is just TNA's website sucks or what it is, but this is the best picture I could find of his debut. And you can tell the quality is not exactly amazing. I went on TNA's website and literally typed in their search engine, Cedric and Alexander, 2 separate searches, and nothing comes up about him. I looked in the news looking for Cedric Alexander has joined TNA. Nothing. Can't find anything. I'm like, what? Why is this not headline news? Why is this not plastered somewhere? It's a little weird. So yeah, this was the best. This is from his debut in TNA. They don't even have a photo gallery section that's easily accessible. It's just
no.
I don't know what it is with wrestling websites, but WWE, TNA, and AEW's websites are all kinds of terrible
because they focus everything on their in-ring product, right? And creative.
Yeah.
Top quality creative.
I think they focus most of their time on their social media more than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we'll keep an eye on Cedric and see how he does over there. I recently rewatched his match in the Cruiserweight Classic
against Kota, wasn't it? Kota Ibushi.
Yeah, where he got the fans chanting, "Give him
please
a contract or sign him, or please sign Cedric."
Yeah.
And Triple H was kind of forced to come out and be like,
"Yeah,
I got this." Yeah, it's like, and then they just really didn't do anything with him. It's really weird.
I mean, not on the main roster, but with the Cruiserweight Championship, they did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he did the 205 Live thing.
Yeah. I think he went back and forth with Mustafa Ali back when he was Mustafa instead of Mustafa.
And that makes sense because who do you think he debuted against in TNA?
Ali, probably.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
I think he actually had a WrestleMania match against. Yep, Ali.
Really?
Yep.
What's WrestleMania?
34.
34. Wow. Why do it? Oh, it must have been a
Cruiserweight. It was. Yeah,
it must have been a pre-show.
I don't think it was.
No way. I don't remember that match at all. Let's look this up. Let's go wiki. WrestleMania 34, you said?
Yeah, 34.
Event.
No, it was a kickoff.
It was a kickoff show?
Yeah, it was a kickoff.
Okay. Yeah, because I was like, I don't remember that. That's crazy, though. Yeah, it looks like Matt. Oh, there was a. Oh, that was when they still did the Battle Royal
On the pre-show.
Andre the
Yeah.
Giant thing. Oh, and they did a woman's one, too.
Yep.
Wow. Wow. That feels like so long ago.
Yeah, looking at those people that were on it.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Jordan Grace, sort of re-debuted in NXT recently, with a new song, with a new entrance theme song from good old Def Rebel, and fans hated it so much that they started chanting "Fire Def Rebel."
She even commented on it on Twitter as well.
She kind of defended it though. She was like, "You guys are gonna shut up and vibe with it," or something like that. And fans were like, "I'm not vibing with this shit."
Let's see what
I don't know whether she was trying to save company face or what that was, but she was like, kind of like a shut up and like it thing. And it was like, oh, Jordan, you trying to be a heel?
I know it was. Where's it at? Oh, I know the streets. I know what the streets are saying, but y'all better suspend that disbelief and vibe with it. Got it?
Yeah. Yeah. And people were like, no, your song sucks.
Yeah.
It does suck. It's terrible. It might be one of the worst that they've created. It's so generic. It's insane.
But you will hear it again at Evolution because she won the 4-way match last night.
Yeah, I saw that.
To get the title match against JC Jane at Evolution 2.
I love how little they're promoting that PLE, by the way.
It's 3 weeks away and no match. Well, one match announced now.
But they're not even really like I haven't seen a single logo for it yet, like on the main roster shows. Just
the only thing they're really promoting it with is Saturday Night's Main Event. Is that you can buy tickets.
It's like a sideshow
tickets. Or
it's not good, man.
Single event tickets are on sale now.
I can't remember what I think. It may have been the Stevie Richards show that mentioned it, but they have 6 special events within 6 weeks or something like that. So they had Money in the Bank, Night of Champions, Saturday Night's Main Event, NXT, Great American Bash, and Evolution, all within a 6-week period.
And then
I might be missing one.
And just a few weeks after that, you've got SummerSlam.
Yeah, crazy. Slow your roll.
2nd and 3rd of August.
I really do feel like Triple H has no control anymore, and it's not him. It's not him anymore. Like he's probably like doing what he can, but I feel like someone in TKO is fucking it up now. So it just feels like I remember Triple H saying things like, we like the new format that we have now of the international PLEs, and then coming back home for the big ones, the big 4, and having the 5 matches on the show for the small ones, and then have a full card for the big ones.
I mean, doing those international ones that grows your business internationally.
It's huge, yeah. And they just kind of slowed that down significantly. I mean, we have a couple this year. We have Saudi, we have Australia, and we have France.
Yeah,
but I think that's it. Whereas like previous years, they went like every month there was something. I don't know, man. I could go on about the changes in WWE right now, but I just feel like there's been a leadership change.
I mean, for PLEs, yeah, but you did have the 6 or 7 shows in Europe, between the Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But those were like all in a row, so it didn't feel special. It felt like watching the tour that they normally do for house shows.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. They're all kind of jacked up right now. But yeah, fire Def Rebel. Please, for the love of God, get rid of them.
keep the good ones, paying for the good ones that they have, because there are some good ones. There are a lot of good ones, but definitely try to get your money back for the bad ones.
Yeah, it'll all even out in the end.
Yeah, it will.
All right, and finally, we have some cool quotes from Drew McIntyre. Not sure if you saw this one.
Yes.
But he was talking with somebody about the steel steps spot in his Hell in a Cell match with CM Punk, which I thought was interesting to listen to. Quote, I got lucky. I convinced myself I could do it as safely as possible, and I did, but it's not a risk I'll ever take again. It's the risk for that match, for that moment. This is the match I've been looking for in my whole life. As a kid, I used to always love these final blow-off matches. For me personally, I'll look back one day when it's all over and go, wow, that was pretty cool. And I know a lot of fans out there will feel the same way, especially younger fans who were like me when I was watching as a kid. So for that match, I was willing to do something a bit stupid, but it went as good as it can, considering it was legitimately my lower back I landed on. It's a one and done, and it will never be done again.
Good.
So for those that don't know, it was he's referring to the he went for the Claymore and missed Punk and drove his lower back right into the corner of the steel steps, and it was one of the most amazing, brutal spots we've seen in WWE in a long time. Glad he was okay after that, but yeah, glad he's not going to do that again. That could really fuck you up.
Completely smart. I mean, that's the blow off match of your biggest feud that you ever had up until that point.
Yeah. So, and that's what he was talking about in that interview. He was like, the blow off matches are the best ones. Yeah, you got to do something special. There's so many blow off matches I can think of that let me down. I think the biggest failure of a blow off match was Triple H Randy Orton at WrestleMania. When Orton was doing his psycho gimmick, his anger management gimmick.
Yeah. The Triple H Batista wasn't horrible.
Which one? Because they faced twice at Mania.
The last one.
Oh, the retirement match.
Yeah, the one that Batista came back for.
Yeah, it was okay. It was fine.
It was okay.
Yeah, it could have been more, but that was still when Vince was around and was like, "No blood, nope, no more blood. Can't do it anymore." I'm glad that they don't use blood egregiously. In WWE.
Yep.
Yeah, but I do still think it needs to happen maybe a little bit more often than it does. It's like once a year basically we get blood now, maybe twice.
And I know it was last month or the month before. I know reading reports that WWE wants the crowds to curse less. Like the holy shit chants or whatever, right?
What happened to the going back to PG-13 or PG-14?
I mean, that's sponsorships.
Yeah.
But I mean, every couple months or so, you will hear. I mean, you heard Cena last week on SmackDown saying bullshit on cable. I think they want to control the cussing of the competitors and have it mean more when it's done less.
Which is fine.
Just like with the blood.
Yeah. Because otherwise you end up like AEW and all the violence is over the top and it just kind of washes over you.
Which they have done a lot
with
better.
The swearing.
Yeah, I mean, they have done a lot better with the blood and the swearing. I mean, you think Cody, when he told The Rock, go fuck yourself.
Oh, that was amazing.
The pop that got from the crowd. That was
just
insane because you don't hear that.
No, ever.
And then Punk and Drew with the blood in the Hell in a Cell. You don't get that, but that match warranted it because it was a blow off in a cage.
100%.
So 100%. So they're doing good things in that way.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, you know what else they overuse in AEW is the middle finger.
A lot of them do it, yeah.
A lot of them do it. It's a little annoying. It's like in WWE, the middle finger was meant for one person.
Yep, one person.
And that was it. All right. I think that's all the news we have for you today. So let's move into our normal post show quiz stuff. We're gonna hop on over to WrestlePlay here. Just give me a quick second to shift the Titantron over to WrestlePlay. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's start with Wrestling Connections. All right, we got Seth Rollins, Chris Jericho, Konosuke Takeshita.
Yes.
Boom, Finn Balor, The Rock, Big Show, Roderick Strong, Triple H, Big Boss Man, Jon Moxley, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, Orange Cassidy. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. Christian and Rey Mysterio. So I see a bunch of AEW guys on here. Moxley, Cassidy, Christian, and Takeshita. Oh, Jericho, though. Oh, you know what it could be? It could be guys who were in WWE and AEW. Jericho, Moxley, Rhodes, Christian.
Oh, looks like we've got a wild sim in the chat.
Oh, he showed up.
Hey, he woke up. Good
there
morning,
he is.
Sim.
Yeah. Like that. Guys that were in both companies.
Yeah, it could be.
No.
Oh,
wow.
no, wow,
not even close.
Not even at the. Let's see.
Oh, Big Show was also there. Damn.
Owens, Rollins, Rhodes, Balor.
Say that again. Austin Rhodes.
Owens and Rollins, Universal Champions.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, never would have thought that. Okay. Wait, Cody?
Yeah, he was the undisputed Universal Champion.
Oh God, come on. That's bullshit. It's the same title he's had this whole time. Now all of a sudden it's give me a break. Okay. All right. Well, now we've got a bunch of still got a bunch of AW guys.
Strong was.
Oh, these four might be Attitude Era guys. Okay. Oh, Triple H though.
Oh yeah, Triple H.
Damn. I wonder if this is just all champions again. So it could be like World Heavyweight Champions. Big Show, Triple H, Orton, Jericho. No, Christian. Oh, Bray did too, though. Shit. Damn it. Wait, was Big Show ever World Heavyweight Champ? Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah.
I mean, oh,
03. I mean, it's obviously.
It's gotta be Strong or Christian, right?
It's obviously an AW.
TNT champions?
No. Take Jericho off, put Strong on. International champion.
Nice. Okay. We still have a bunch of Attitude Era guys here. Boss Man's got to be something. Could be Intercontinental champions in here. But there's a lot. Pretty much all of these guys were Intercontinental champions at some point. There's no tag champs really in here. This one's tough. You could have connections between like all 8 of these. Yeah.
What did Big Boss Man do?
Was he ever an Intercontinental champion?
No.
He was hardcore champion. But I don't think any of the other guys were. Oh, these ones were hardcore champions. I don't think any of these guys were hardcore champions, though.
Sim saying Jericho, Rock, Big Show, Triple H.
Rock, Big Show, Triple H, and Jericho.
Bossman. No, yeah. Jericho.
3 again.
I take off Jericho, put Bossman.
Yeah. Oh, the corporation.
Corporation, yeah.
And then these
What's that?
Intercontinental champions, probably.
Yeah.
Tag champs with Edge.
Wow.
Oh my god, that's very specific. All right.
Good job, Sim.
Yeah. And then we got the grid. All right. Members of the Wyatt family over 6'5". Eric Rowan. Member of the Wyatt family with a 90% or higher. I mean, it's got to be Bray Wyatt, right? Wait, that's the Wyatt family, though.
Yeah. I mean, he was in the Wyatt family.
Is he considered? Nope. But we got him for a teammate with Orton at that beat Cena at Mania. Wow. They consider he beat Cena at Mania in that fucking Firefly house match. Yeah. Oh my god. That's so brutal. Remember the Wyatt family with a 90 overall? They wouldn't give Uncle Howdy a 90.
Randy was in it for a little bit, wasn't he?
The Wyatt family? No. Oh, the Wyatt family. Okay, I thought it was the Wyatt 6. Okay. No. Yeah. It could be Randy. No. Oh, look at that. He's both.
No, not the Wyatt shits. I mean 6.
The Wyatt. Damn. All right. Somebody who allied with Orton who was over 6'5". Big Show, probably.
Yeah, Big Show.
Yeah. And somebody who teamed with Orton who's 90 or plus. Edge. No, he wouldn't be in 2K25.
Cena? Cody.
Yeah. All right. Ministry of Darkness over 6'5". Undertaker,
yeah.
Oh, all 3.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's funny. Well, that was easy. Wow.
Damn.
Crush that one. All right. And then finally, with the Saudi theme this week, for Night of Champions, we've got a Sporcle quiz. Name every wrestler who was in the greatest Royal Rumble ever. Go. All right. Well, we got Titus O'Neil for the.
Oh, of course, Titus O'Neil.
Titus World Slide. Wait.
Titus.
Oh, is it Titus?
Yes, Titus.
There we go. Titus O'Neil. Okay. Who won it?
Braun
Strowman. God. Wow. There's no give in the typing for this one.
Dolph in it. Dolph was in it.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan. Jericho.
Oh wow, he was number 1. Jericho was number 50?
Yeah, he was a surprise.
Why do I not remember that at all? I gotta rewatch that. Oh my god, Kofi Kingston probably. Yeah. Xavier Woods probably.
Yeah. Big E?
Big E probably. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, they had a lot of tag teams in there. Right. Eric and Ivar was too long ago, right?
This was 2018.
Oh, yeah, it's too long ago. Oh, I got to get my brain in that era.
Eric Rowan, Luke Harper.
Nope. No.
Bray in it?
No. This was a mostly jobber. Darren Young? No. Oh god, this could be bad. This could be real bad, bro.
Tag teams.
Kane? No. Oh my god.
Oh, we're tag teams.
2018. That was so long ago.
Was Randy in it?
Randy? No. Oh, he was. What? Oh, he was in the Greatest Royal Rumble? Holy crap. Undertaker? No. Triple H wouldn't have been, right? No. Yeah, there was so many jobbers in this thing. Kurt Angle may have. Yeah. When he was in his retirement tour kind of thing.
Baron Corbin?
Baron Corbin. There we go. Why am I drawing a blank at this era? Was Rey Mysterio? Okay. Elias?
No, Sammy wasn't there.
Sami Zayn? No. Kevin Owens?
Is this when Bo Dallas was still there?
Yep. Wow. Good lord. Okay. Aleister Black? No.
Zack Ryder?
Rusev? No.
Zack Ryder there?
Zack Ryder? No. Who the hell was in this Rumble? I guarantee it's a bunch of tag teams that we're completely forgetting.
What tag teams were
there? Montez Ford, was he around yet? No. Shad? No. Was he still around? I don't remember. JTG? No.
The
hell?
Ascension. The Connor? Victor?
No. Oh, Victor was. Connor.
CONNOR?
No. Maybe it was just Victor.
CONNOR?
No.
Wow, okay. What does FTRs?
Oh, Dex. Or no, that's what the current name is. Cash. That's the current name too. I have no idea. They're similar. I know that.
Scott Dawson.
Oh god, and the other one was Cash. Something.
Dash Wilder.
Dash Wilder. That's it. It rhymes. Oh, the Good Brothers.
Oh yeah, Carl Anderson.
And
Doc
Luke Gallows.
Heath Slater there? A Rhino?
Yeah, Rhino probably. Yeah. Wow. Oh God,
Jeez.
we're in some bad era territory here.
Primo and Epico.
Oh yeah, they're definitely in there. Oh well, no Epico. Okay.
Do you go any other name?
No, I think it was one of those things where they did like rock paper scissors and one of them came out.
Oh, who else? Come on, Tim.
What jobbers are we missing from 2018? Okay, what about 205 Live guys? Were they around in 2018? Was Cedric Alexander? Nope. Oh, Apollo Crews probably. Yeah.
There you go.
Members of the greatest Royal Rumble ever, the 50-man Royal Rumble. (2018). We only have 4 minutes left. Well, that's too new. Oh man. Oh, was Seth Rollins? No. Dean Ambrose probably.
Enzo
No.
and Big Cass.
Nope. Oh, Big Cass was, but not Enzo. Oh, unless it's Enzo Amore. No.
Who was the Luchadors?
Dragon Lee.
Sin Cara and
Angel Garza. Oh. Sin Cara. Yeah, Sin Cara, yeah.
who's the other one? That was the U.S. champion. I can't remember.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
One who was also in a Money in the Bank. I can't remember. 205 Live guys too.
Hunico? No, I think Hunico is who you're talking about.
Yeah,
but so. I don't. But he's apparently not in it, unless I'm spelling his name wrong. But I think that is.
The Fashion Police guys.
Fandango.
Tyler Breeze.
And Tyler Breeze. Yep. We've got over half, so we're not doing too bad. Roman Reigns wouldn't have been in it, right? Yeah.
Oh no.
This is pre-COVID.
See. Oh, Sim says Mojo.
Wow.
Wow. Deep cut there. Holy smokes.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to think of the jobbers. There's way more jobbers in this match than there were legit dudes. Trying to think of like oh no, he would have been gone.
You said Chad Gable.
Oh, maybe. Yep.
You take that back. You do not
Jason
call
Jordan?
do not call him a jobber.
No, he's not. Jason Jordan's gone. He's not in there. Was Otis? No.
Tucker? Tucker. What's Tucker's last name? Knight. Tucker Knight.
Oh wow, nice call. Oh, is it LA Knight? No, that's too early.
This was Bo Dallas. Curtis Axel.
Wow. Bishop Dyer?
Yeah, we already got him. Baron Corbin.
Oh, okay.
That's what he goes by now.
It's a cool name.
Dyer.
I'm drawing a blank.
It was after Cody left.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to get one or two more to get 2/3. No,
that's too early. This is 2018. This is like 7 years ago. This is like pre-AEW, I'm pretty sure. Or like right around the time AEW was being... No, this is pre-AEW by 2 years, yeah. All right, who did we miss? Mark Henry, Mike Kanellis. I have no idea who Hiroki Sumi is.
Nope.
Oh, that's the sumo wrestler.
Yeah.
Tony Nese, Hornswoggle, Goldust. Connor with a K. Oh, okay, so we got him. Drew Gulak, Bobby Roode, Roderick Strong, Baba Tunde. What the fuck?
Oh, Baba Tunde was Commander Aziz.
Oh, right. Dan Matha? No idea. Ty Dillinger, Kurt Hawkins, Bobby Lashley, The Great Khali, Shane McMahon, and Shelton Benjamin.
Oh, Saudis do love them some Shane McMahon.
I thought about Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley, but it just never crossed my mind after. So I should have got those two. But we did beat the average, which was only 50%.
64. Oh, good.
So the Prima was the third hardest one to get, and we got it. But Ty Dillinger was the least remembered. Wow.
Sean Spears.
That's a little shocking, actually. Like
Goldust.
More people remember Dan Matha. I can't even picture him.
No idea who Dan Matha is.
Let's look him up. Dan Matha, WWE. Who in the hell are you? I have no idea who he is. Dorian Mack.
What?
I have no idea who he is. No clue. How did he get in that Rumble match?
Wow.
Is that even true? Hold on. The greatest Royal Rumble roster. Let's see. I'm gonna look this up on Wikipedia and see what the actual. Okay, Daniel Bryan, Dolph Ziggler, Sin Cara, Curtis Axel, Mark Henry, Mike Kanellis, Hiroki Sumi. We gotta go further down the line here. Yeah, Dan Matha from NXT. What the hell?
I have no idea who that is.
They were reaching, man, to fill the spots. Wow.
What was
All
the
right.
rest of that card? Because holy smokes.
Yeah. That is a weak ass 50 people. I mean, there's some good guys in there, obviously, but holy friggin' crap, man!
I mean, the matches you
Like,
had: Cena and Triple H, Cedric. Oh, Callisto. That's the one I was thinking of.
oh, Kalisto,
Yeah,
yeah,
you had
I remember that name.
Cedric against Callisto, Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy against Cesaro and Sheamus for the
Oh my
tag titles.
god. Oh my god.
Jeff Hardy and Jinder Mahal. The
Oh my
Bludgeon Brothers
god.
defeated the Usos. Seth Rollins defeated The Miz, Finn Balor, and Samoa Joe for the IC title in a ladder match. AJ versus Shinsuke ended in a double count out. The Undertaker defeated Rusev in a casket match. Brock Lesnar defeated Roman Reigns in a cage match.
Wow.
So you had all your headliners in the undercard, and then Braun Strowman won by eliminating Big Cass.
I don't even know what to say. That's that couldn't have been a great show. That could not have been a great show.
I mean, I'm sure it was a good show up until that.
Maybe. that was before Sunday shows got somewhat not house showy, even though they still kind of are. All right, we've been here long enough, ladies and gentlemen. That is the show. We'll be back later this week with Night of Champion predictions. Colt Two Belts got to put that belt on the line.
Let's see, which one am I gonna do? I'll put this one on the line.
It's shinier. I like that one.
Yep.
I'll take it. Ship it to me when I win it.
That's right.
All right. If you want to find me, I am on the socials at TJ-Leo on BlueSky.
I'm at Cole2K on the BlueSky and the X.
If you want to email us, you can do so at co.op.podcasts@gmail.com. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and join the Co-op Club Discord community server. The link is in the description. Cole, take us out.
All right, so that's it for today's dose of wrestling news. We've body slammed the facts, elbow dropped the rumors, and pile drove the nonsense. We'll be back before you can say creative has nothing for you. Until then, stay strong, stay silly, and remember, the only thing more unpredictable than wrestling is TJ Leo's hairline.